Hey there, Jeff Ronnie from the Boaphile channel. Something a little off topic today, not really boa related, but since I posted a picture, before and after pictures of myself since I lost some weight, I had a lot of people ask me, how'd you do it? So I thought I'd talk about that, about where I came from, how I got here, and where I'm headed. So 14 months ago, I weighed 288 pounds. I'm down to 220, and I did a lot more than just lose some weight. A lot more than just lose some weight, as people who've seen me in person know. You know how when you go to, you go to Walmart or wherever, and you see some old guy get out of his truck or out of his car, and then you watch him hobble into the store because his hip hurts or his knee hurts. 14 months ago, I was that guy. I was the guy you'd see get out of the car and kind of hobble into Walmart, take a little while to get warmed up, get over that. My hips hurt, especially my left hip. My knees hurt. My elbows hurt. My fingers hurt. Everything hurt. You had to do everything you did carefully and think about it because you didn't want to hurt yourself. I was that guy. I'm in my early 60s, as most of you know. You get to this age, you're close to retirement, and you've got a couple of choices. And this is how I looked at it. I could sit down and die, like unfortunately most old guys do, or I could try to make a change to make my life better, to choose to live longer and live better, which is what I decided. So both of my shoulders went. I had rotator cuff repair surgery on both shoulders. I had this bicep reattached, which had been partially torn off of the bone. I had high blood pressure, which wasn't entirely controlled by blood pressure medication. It's well in control now. I'm taking less than half of what I was taking because I've gotten myself in so much better condition. I had severe edema, which, if you don't know, is when you get pooling of the blood in the lower part of your legs. You could push on the skin on my ankles, and there would be a dent. It would go in about 1/4 of an inch. I let go, and the dent would still be there because it was like a little water balloon in my ankles because they were so swollen. That's gone. I had frequent incidents of taking deep breaths. For no apparent reason during the day. I'd be a little bit out of breath from exerting myself, going up and down the stairs. I'd come up, I'd need a deep breath or several deep breaths to get myself caught up. I don't do that anymore. In the middle of the day, for apparently no reason, I would have to have a large sigh, again, catching up on my oxygen. And I don't do that anymore. And so here's how I did it. This is my secret. Don't tell anybody. Steroids. Oh, seriously. Not really. So I did restrict what I was eating, and I did start working out, but more importantly, to me, this is a psychological battle. It was all in my head. That's what it is for most people. Most people want to lose weight. Most people want to be in better condition, but they can't wrap their head around it. They can't reach a commitment in their own head where they're actually going to do it. And I just thought through, how am I going to make this happen? I thought about Navy SEALs and what they go through and the mental determination that they've got to have in their head to go through the exhaustion and the work that they go through to become a SEAL. Well, what I'm going to do, or what I was thinking I was going to do before I did it, was nothing compared to what SEALs did. But I had to make up my mind. I had to resolve in my mind that I was going to do it. So I thought about it for an extended period of time, and I did it in what I think was a completely sustainable way. And this is the important part. I did baby steps. I did one thing at a time, got used to doing that for some period of time, and then I added on something else. So initially I started by walking a half an hour a day. I had this shoulder repaired and this bicep repaired, and it was in a sling, and I couldn't do anything else because this arm was out of whack in a sling, and this one was significantly damaged, and I needed surgery on this one too, but I didn't get it yet. So there wasn't anything I could do, but I could walk. So I determined I was going to walk. So I walked for a half an hour a day. In a couple of weeks, I had worked up to an hour a day, a brisk walk. Anybody can walk, but I didn't just make up my mind like a New Year's resolution that, now I'm going to start working out, I'm going to eat everything healthy, I'm going to do all of these things all at once. I didn't do it that way. I did baby steps, one step at a time, which I think is the key, for me, was the key to success. Some people can make up their mind, do a New Year's resolution, and make the change. Studies show that it's a very small number of people that are able to do that. I decided to change the way I lived my life. The foods that I ate, the way I would live my life as far as what I would do, activities, to get myself into better condition. And I just added on a little bit more, and a little bit more, a little bit more. Giving up sugar was really hard. I didn't do that overnight. I did that a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. I gave up Mexican food twice a week. So now I get it like once a month. So I don't completely deprive myself of the things that I like. But just a little bit at a time, one step at a time, in a sustainable way, till I've gotten to this point now where I've lost 60 pounds. I don't know how much muscle I've gained. I am able to lift about 3 times the weight on my machine that I was able to lift when I started lifting weights. I'm doing cardio like crazy. My heart is a raging bull because of all the work that I've done. And you can do it too. You just have to do a little bit at a time. And I didn't start till I was 62. So it is not too late for you to start. And you don't have to make a big difference in what you do to have a really big difference in your own longevity, and to reduce your risk of what they call all-cause mortality. So there's a few people I'd like to thank for their encouragement and pushing me. I mean, the first one is Dr. Lucas Matlock, who from the get-go, encouraged me to do a little bit more, a little bit more. He's the one that challenged me to start doing HIIT training, which I started doing about 2 months into this journey, which started in January of last year. And also Dr. Brad Bernardini, who entertained all my crazy little questions about what kind of lifts should I do, what can I do for my, this arm after I had the surgery, which movement can I do without risking it, and answered all of my crazy questions. Matthew Pope, who spent countless hours writing me books on advice, primarily regarding nutrition and cardiovascular health. Mac Robinette also given me a lot of encouragement regarding lifting and his experience lifting. Big Mike Weitzman put me on a diet a little over a month ago, which is working. I'm losing more fat where I'd kind of leveled off on the fat and gaining more muscle. So, all these guys have helped me, and I want to acknowledge that. And going forward, it's been an incredible journey, and I am no way at the end. I have changed my life. I'm eating right, and I'm eating better, let's say. I'm not eating perfect, and I'm doing a lot to work out my heart and work out my body to keep myself in as best shape as I can get it. I have a long way to go. I'm down to 220. I think I can get down to about 200. I don't have a goal. I don't have a specific goal except to work out tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's my day off. It's Sunday. But 6 days a week to work out, 7 days a week to watch what I eat. And I did it baby steps. Little by little. Anyone can do it. So take that as a word of encouragement, and that's kind of an explanation as where I have come from and how I did it. And I'm enjoying it every day. I'm like a kid. I feel like a kid with new toys. It's just amazing. Anyways, have a good one.